Jen Hatmaker wants you to know how she is and why she is the way she is on planes. And like I said, I'm new to the Jen Hatmaker world, so I'm not sure, what her stance on health and diet culture necessarily is. Here it is from Reddit, because she has since deleted the video and, the photo. It was not a video, a photo, but this is what it was. Now, if you're an Instagram fan, or even just a person who is, can see, what this photo is not good. This photo is weird. Like, what am I looking at? What am I seeing here? Don't know. But this is a caption. So you're really intrigued. You're like, what is this? Is this up close of a scarecrow? Is this someone's shirt or someone's pant leg? We'll never know. Jen, let us know. Jen says, one thing some of you might remember about me is that I like to sit next to a substantial person on flights. What does this mean, Jen? A substantial person? Like of great character? You like to sit next to Nelson Mandela style people on planes, or what? A substantial person on flights. But I think we know what she's talking about here if you read between the lines. I like a lot of upper arm shoulder contact. It makes me feel cozy. If they try to lean away, I close the gap. Yes, this can be and almost always is a stranger. What's the problem? No question mark. What's the problem? Period. And I'm not even mad about side meaty thigh contact either. It makes me feel safe and tucked firmly into my seat with someone to lean on. Otherwise, I can just wobble around my chair with no security. It's too loose. Also, I get cold on planes, and I like to close sit for body heat. My friends and travel partners cannot with this, but who is going to say tucked safely in her chair during turbulence because her seatmate is her side buffer? If you feel constricted by your airplane seat space, please sit by me and we will merge into one person. And don't lean away from me, damn it. My seatmate is asleep and keeping my right arm nice and toasty and cozy. Don't worry about it. We've officially reached the point in society and humanity where more thoughts that are had need to not be shared anymore. I don't understand what the point of this is. First of all, a substantial person with a meaty thigh. First of all, personal space. You pay for your seat. I don't want you touching me. And the second thing is, she's making it seem like she's gonna just float away or be like blown away because she's so tiny and petite or something. Like, oh, I'm just gonna during turbulence, I'm just gonna flip away if I don't have this fat person next to me. I mean, that's what she's saying, right? Like, she's saying it in a nice wink wink way. Like, oh, no problem. Like, I'm just being funny and relatable here. I don't know. There's a lot of things wrong with it. Second thing, taking a picture. I still don't know what this picture is, but taking a picture of a stranger and saying, oh, they're asleep, and then posting it to Instagram. And let's see. Let's just go to her Instagram and see how many followers she has. Like, not that anyone's going to be able to identify you via, your flannel shirt. I still think that there's a huge violation of space with this. And she has over 500,000 followers on Instagram. Here's the apology. Right here. About this, with, again, the same photo. And I also want to read the top comment, because the amount of times I read something where someone's apologizing and the top comment is, you don't need to apologize, people are too sensitive, is ridiculous. And sometimes people are sensitive, but that is the one that that needs to be the top comment, is like, no need for this. I just find it so weird. Okay, but anyways, so now she put a graphic on it about this and put an arrow in case still don't know what this is, what I'm looking at. But apparently this is where we need to focus our attention, is in this crack of somebody's arm or leg or thigh or scarecrow, like I said. Okay, so this is 5 days ago, just in case you didn't know. Good morning. I'm in the airport. This woman loves the airport. I am in the airport, but wanted to get this to you ASAP. I wrote a post yesterday that was meant to be lighthearted, but so wasn't, and it absolutely hurt some of your feelings. I had an event in Florida last night and was off socials, but I got a text about it and immediately took it down. That was the very last thing I wanted in the whole world, and because I couldn't monitor or manage it, I didn't want to leave it up and cause more harm before I could do anything about it. I am endlessly, wildly sorry I was careless with my words and hurt some of you. It opened a door for body shaming, and that is so very shitty. Okay, at least she's taking responsibility for what it actually is. I do appreciate that. I am crazy about all of our bodies, each and every one of us. Okay, crazy about it? How? Tell me more. And I hate that I made anyone feel exposed or ashamed or embarrassed. Ugh. From the very bottom of my heart, I am so sorry, dear ones. Dear ones? Ugh. Okay. That was the furthest thing from my intention, but impact always matters more than intention. I blew it. Again, that's a Rachel Hollis line. She said, she finally realizes that her intention for talking about, the sweet woman who comes to her house twice a week to clean the toilets, her intention was to defend a woman with depression, but her impact was insulting an entire class of women. And that's sort of on her, but not really. So, okay, they all have the same lessons learned. Thank you for raising your voices and calling it out. I will never not listen to you and never imagine I have no blind spots, fails, or just plain shitty content. I love you and remain totally committed to making my dumb little corner of the internet safe for you. And when I F that up, I'll fix it. So much love to you. Okay, and it's edited. Just in case you didn't know. Edited at some point. On a scale of apologies, it's not the worst one. It's pretty she's not blaming her team. She's not saying you guys are wrong. She's accepting responsibility, and she's, I don't think reposting the photo in question is the thing you should do, but I can be forgiving. Okay. But the first comment is, it's a shame how sensitive people are. I read your post and found it really cute and endearing. If as a society we can't read factual things without getting feelings hurt, we are heading downhill. I hope soon enough we can all get over these sensitivities so the kind, caring people like you don't have to feel like they're wrong. I love reading your posts like yesterday's. I love the detail that gives us some insight into who you are as a person. Lots of love to you, amiga. I hope this doesn't bring you down too much because I know how much these things can weigh on me. Okay, well, they're a verified account, so I'm assuming they have a big following. And look, Jen Hatmaker follows her. Interesting. This person is a makeup artist? I don't know. Not sure. Vegas makeup artist. There you go. So she thinks it's fine. The internet. Here's another plane. Can you believe that I found 3 separate instances where I could, I was like, okay, I'm going to talk about the one plane, plane gate for Jen. And then I searched planes. Thanks, Claire. And I searched planes Jen Hatmaker, and I went through her old Facebook. So many came up. I'm like, how is this possible? Okay. So here's the shot. She loves taking a picture of her leg for some reason. Thanks, Mel K. Thank you. Welcome. This is from, again, 2018. So this must be from the one that she had referenced everybody she's like, everyone go back to the last week where I talked about my preferences so you know what my preferences are for planes. Okay. One of the funniest moments ever on the Moxie Matters tour was when I told the team that I like to sit by a beefy person on airplanes because it makes me feel cozy. I even lean into our side body touching with no regrets. Well, I'm glad that you have no regrets, Jen. They screamed with laughter, of course. This makes no sense because so am so am introverted and private and don't like to talk on flights. But for some reason, I like a good substantial upper arm and even hashtag side thigh. Okay, I can't. As my seatmate. I feel nice and solid in my seat. We're in this together. Bitch. You're in this for yourself. We're in this together. I'm tucked in with a human seatbelt. What? I'm tucked in with a human seatbelt? Don't come at me. Okay, Jen. I have a beefy seatmate on my flight right now, and I'm all the way here for it. I don't care what you say. Okay, you cared later, though, because you apologized in 2022 for this exact thing. Actually, the one that was more recent was much less egregious than this. I don't care what you say. Moxie Tour kicks off tomorrow. We are coming for you, Little Rock. Get your tickets here. And then someone 4 years ago, I don't know, I'll have to go back and see what this comment thread was, but apparently it ended in her having heart eyes. Someone says, that's fine for you, but as a beefy person, I'm always freaked out when I'm touching thighs with someone on a flight. I'm constantly shifting to try and keep from touching. My inner insecurity is telling me that the person next to me is disgusted by ... It's like, first of all, again, if for some reason someone looked over and goes, oh, that's that author lady, the Christian mommy blogger, Jen Hatmaker. Okay, I'm too shy to talk to her, but I'm going to look her up later. And then you go on her Instagram and you see, I'm next to this beefy, fat thigh gorilla person that I'm just going to, nestle into with no consent. It's like, I guess she just kept getting away with this. Like, she's been telling this story for years, and I guess it's fine. So no one said anything before in 2018. So she's just like, I'm just going to keep reusing this content because it's definitely not problematic at all whatsoever. This is from 2018. Okay. Another photo that I don't need to necessarily see ever. Okay. This is what she says here. October 22nd, 2018. Not only did I spill coffee all over myself in the airport this morning, but my seatmate is Teeney. Oh no, they're Teeney. That's exactly what she hates. She likes meaty. Ugh. No, substantial, sorry. Okay, all right, so this is now her complaining about someone being too small for Jen's taste. But my seatmate is Teeney and will offer me no physical containment in my seat. I will probably fall right onto the floor. She really thinks she's like the skinniest waif that's ever existed. Like her body is made of paper mache. She's gonna just, if I don't sit next to someone substantial, I will just fly away, is Jen's theory. See post from last week about my seatmate preferences. Okay, I have that link somewhere too. And also, like, what is this career where you have to like tell people all of your preferences, all of your life story, and that is your business? Like, oh, if you don't know what my preferences are on airplanes, look up last week's post about my rantings and ravings of life. And so this is called A Nonsense Travel Story About Jackets and Airplanes. Okay, and this is from 5 months ago. Yeah, so June 4th, 2022. So hot off the press. Ready?
Just got back from a work trip. Do you remember those? I barely remember those. I had my third speaking event in 2 years. And it was so good to be in a room full of women again. I just can't even tell you. It was even good to travel. You know, at the height of like my speaking work, I was on a plane all the time. And I just remember thinking, if I never set foot on a plane again, now forget about it. It's like my favorite zip code now is an airplane. And I'm a super friendly traveler. You can probably imagine this about me, but like I'm in a kind of a friendly, exuberant companion. In fact, I had a little jacket when I got on the plane coming back from San Diego to come home. And I notoriously leave jackets on airplanes because I don't usually have one. So I've got my little jacket and I put it up top with my suitcase, and I tell the guy next to me, I'm like, hi, you're in charge of making sure I get that jacket. And then I look at the guy behind me, I'm like, you're also in charge. You're second in command. You're second string. If he forgets to ask me if I got my jacket, you need to tell me. This is your work on this flight. So when we land,
like, who are you? Are you the hat maker that makes hats for all of the other influencers? Because why are you asking me, lady, about your jacket? And there's another post where, very similar to Rachel Hall's style, Jen's like, don't talk to me on a plane. I don't want to talk to you. Okay, but then fast forward now, all of a sudden, she wants to be sitting next to you if you're meaty, and remember to tell me to bring my jacket because that's all you're good for. Now, she didn't say that, but you don't think they got stuff to remember? They got to remember about your outerwear on the plane? Come on, girl. Girl, remember your own shit.
I stand up and a guy about 3 rows up goes, get your jacket. Look, we're all in it together. So I do want to tell you this.
We're all in it together in my world. Also, let me just comment about the ridiculousness of this entire industry that exists, and I hope will one day not. Someone is obviously filming this. It seems like someone who's taller than her. So maybe like her son who is older, or some man, or some tall woman in her life. I don't know. I'm just assuming they're taller because like the camera's propped up, but you can tell that it's like, you know, someone's holding this. What is the thought process? Hey, let me get barefoot, put on some jorts. I look good. I'm going to record this story, and I just want to hit record for me, please. And I'm going to use it to promote something or what? I don't know why. Like, hey guys, okay, hit record. Hey guys, remember work meetings? Who goes to work meeting? So let me tell you about this time on a plane, and then wrap it up with some like random, it's like, what is this? Why do we do this? Why do we accept this as legitimate advertising or whatever? I don't know. It's like this desperation to appear relatable, and it works so well. I understand why they do it, but it's just like the logistics of shooting this. I'm just going through the like, okay, hey, I'm standing here. Let me just knock this out real quick. I don't know.
Live events were kind of the first to go and the last to come back. And I am just telling you, like, the joy of being gathered again filled my cup up to the rim. We are
filled my cup.
Planning and dreaming up a tour in the fall. And so I can't wait to bring you details about that. I can't wait to be with you. I can't wait to come to your cities. I can't even wait to get on an airplane. And I mean that. Like, I mean that sincerely. And so it's good to be together again. And I can't wait to see you, to hug your necks, to laugh together in a room, maybe cry.
Okay. This is exactly, and I don't know, I'm going to assume Rachel took it from Jen. And I say that not really knowing, but I don't know. I'll take a leap and say I think Rachel copied Jen, because Jen seemed to be doing this before Rachel did all this. But hug your necks is a thing that Rachel says. Thank you, 42C2. Yeah, 42C2. That's fine. And we're going to laugh. We're going to cry a little bit. It's like, why? Why is that the goal of all these women's events, is to laugh and cry and hug each other's necks? Like, can't there be anything else done and accomplished at these things? Please, for the love of God.
We did both in San Diego, and just see the world kind of come back to life and back together. Anyway, super, super, super fun. Also, shout out to the 3 men on my plane who made sure I got home with my jacket. You guys are the real MVPs.
Okay, stop recording. Okay, so that's the plane issue.